Kelsey the Athletic. Ochai, this is for you. I'm curious what last night was like for you at the draft in the green room, like what the emotions were like when you got the call, and kind of just walk us through what that was like for you.
Up until that moment I got called, it was just, I was just blessed to be in that position just to begin with. It was a really special moment, not only for me, but for my family and for my friends to be there. And obviously, being here is, it feels at home, and I'm excited to get to work.
Was there anything as like the picks were going down, I guess what was going through your mind as, the lottery was happening?
Really for me, it was, the position, it really didn't matter, but I was just, hoping for someone to pick me and to believe in me. And, I'm glad it was Cleveland.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Ochai, for you, welcome to Cleveland, first of all. Did you celebrate with an Ochai Bowl?
No. I haven't been to Chipotle yet. I actually might go get that later, but you guys should all go get an Ochai Bowl. It's delicious. So
you're welcome. And then for you, what kind of vibe did you get from the Cavs during the pre-draft process, whether it was your workout or the interview or the meeting, anything like that?
From the moment, I got here from my workout, I just felt that home feeling. Coach JB and Kobe and Mike, they gave me that home feeling, the first second I walked in here. So, that's why I said I felt, right at home here. I was here just like a week and a half ago, but it actually really does feel like home. So I'm glad to be here.
Marla
Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. Yeah, Ochai, I just wanted to ask you about the off season before your senior year. Like, what was your routine like? Sounded like were you working out every day? And how determined were you when you decided to come back? Just your mindset.
My mindset going back into my senior year was different than the past 3 years. What I learned in that pre-draft process was, I had a whole level of, my work ethic that I could take it to a different level. And what if I applied that to my senior season? And, that's what I did. And, mentally, physically, putting more effort into, my mind, my body, all that stuff, and just seeing where the cards would play out. So.
And do you have a preference on what position you play?
Don't do that, Marla.
Whatever he needs me to play. Yeah.
John Michael, Cavs TV. Khalifa, welcome to Cleveland. Our question is to you. Some of us have seen your game. For our fans here in Northeast Ohio who have yet to see your game, how would you describe your game and how will you fit this Cavalier team?
First, thank you so much for this opportunity. I am so excited for start here because my game I'm the defensive player. I like defense. I like point guard, switching every pick and roll, but I need to prove a lot. But step by step, I need to prove my basketball.
Welcome, Khalifa. And Ochai, you come in here as a 22-year-old rookie. You're already older than a handful of these guys out here on the floor. How do you anticipate that dynamic's going to play out?
Everyone finds their own place and way into the league, no matter what age. But I'm no matter, if I am older than some of the guys here, it doesn't matter. Basketball is basketball. I'm just excited to be with this team.
Thanks, brother.
Chris.
Khalifa, for you, for somebody with your background, what did it mean to be drafted in the second round last night? What did it mean to you? Like, how important was it to you to be drafted in the NBA?
This is too much important for me because I dream with this for the kid. I'm working hard every day for this because I'm so excited. I keep working so hard for playing for NBA for more couple years. One day I want to be player in the All-Star game, step by step. This is my dream now.
And Ochai, for you, there's some chatter that you're a finished product, that you've already reached your ceiling. What do you make of that?
That's just more motivation to get better. I think, as my progression, my years have gone by, I feel like I'm only getting better. And, with that, like I said, that last summer, what I learned, applying that to my career moving forward is just even more motivating to me.
Terry Pluto pointing to you, or JB, what did you think of Agbaji's game when you watched it on tape, and just your overall impressions of him?
I thought he could be a weapon. He's got a skill that no matter where you are in the NBA, you need it. He has the ability to put the ball in the basket, and it's not the ability to just stand in a spot and make a shot. When we watched him play, it was his ability to move and catch and shoot off of screens, off of handoffs, where he knew how to make himself difficult to guard. At this level, shot makers are a premium. Not only, as a young player, as a role player, as a star, like his responsibility is to help his teammates. And obviously with the steps that Darius took, Jared took, like those guys are going to need help to keep eyes off of them, because that was one of the things we saw was a lot of people just would stare that pick and roll down. Now, when you throw another weapon who can create shots like that off the move and make defensive shift, now that frees up those guys as well. So he's a great fit as a complement to those guys. And then our expectations are for him to grow into that role as well.
John.
John Rutter, 92.3 The Fan. Ochai, congratulations. You've had a kind of a whirlwind couple of months, national championship, drafted in the first round. What has that been like, and how anxious are you to get on the court with these guys?
I'm just, really anxious to play. These past few months have obviously been blessed. I mean, winning a national championship and then getting drafted in the first round is, a dream come true for anybody. So I'm so blessed to be here and to be in this position.
And then JB, real quickly, when you hear a guy like Khalifa say he's anxious to play defense, we know that you place a priority on defense. What is that like from a coaching perspective?
That's part of the reason why he's sitting here today. Is that, you can watch. And then when he was here in his workout, you got a firsthand feel of what it's like. And, people can say what they want to say about offense, and it sounds cliche. But when it comes time to win, you got to be able to get a stop. Big guys in this league have been faded out, no matter how good they've been in the playoffs, each round by round, because they can't switch and guard small guys. When you have big guys that can stay on the floor, that size, strength, and skill is going to win in the end. But they've got to be able to keep those smaller guys in front of them. And obviously he has the ability to do that.
Thank you.
Spencer.
Spencer Davies, basketballnews.com. Ochai, just wanted to ask you, over your 4 years in development in Kansas, year by year, Kobe said that you were a late bloomer. We had to work at what you got. What is it that you appreciate most about that year by year process, and how can that kind of translate into your work ethic at the next level?
Yeah, you learn a lot. You go through ups and downs, and you're in those 4 years. I went through a lot of ups and downs. Not everything's going to be perfect. You're going to have off days, but your off days, you want them to be better than some other people's off days in a way. So you go through ups and downs, and you learn those experiences. So that's what in those 4 years, that's what it's taught me, I'd say.
And then just speaking from what this team needs, Kobe mentioned a couple things that they were lacking on this team, and they're very, very much so putting it, a skill set that you can bring to this team that they didn't have. Just being able to be trusted like that already, and being ready to get thrown into the fire. What does that mean to you?
Means a lot coming from Coach JB and the whole staff, and obviously what they think about me and why they brought me here to this organization means a lot. But I'm just ready to start working and start working for Coach JB in the city.
Zach.
Yeah, Ochai, Zach Boyer from the Lawrence Journal World. When you hear JB talk about the closeness of the team, that's one of the hallmarks about what you guys had last season at Kansas. How do you try to incorporate into that structure, given the togetherness you had, the support, and all that kind of stuff that's been hallmarks of what you had with the Jayhawks?
Yeah, I think that's really key for any team, and being successful on any team is the chemistry. It kind of does sound cliche, but the chemistry really does pay off on the court. And hearing about the Cavaliers and their organization, their team now, and how close they are, it just makes me even more excited to meet the team and meet everybody.
Christos.
Christos Alassazini, Greece. Ochai, congratulations, first of all. Speaking about next season, how you see your fit on offensive end, especially with players like Darius, Colin, Lauri Markkanen, and what would you like to learn from a veteran like Kevin Love?
I think just being a sponge from everybody, not only just the veterans, but everybody on the team. Coming in the first day, learning, just putting my head down and working. I think that's just the biggest thing, my biggest focus when I first come in.
And for you, Khalifa, playing in ACB, Spanish league, one of the best leagues in Europe, and facing opponents like Eddie Tavares, Brandon Davis, Nikola Mirotic, how that situation prepare you about your NBA journey?
Khalifa, en tus años jugando en la Liga Española, ¿cómo la experiencia de enfrentar a jugadores como Nikola Mirotic y Eddie Tavares te ha preparado para jugar en la NBA?
This is it Nikola Mirotic, Brandon Davis, Tavares is one of the best players in the league. What's his name? I play very I don't understand the meaning. Que estoy muy contento, muy a gusto de jugar contra ellos.
Yeah, he says he feels comfortable playing against those guys, and he feels that his game will translate to the NBA.
My coach, I'm sorry guys, my English is not good, but I try to explain, I see a lot of video too, the Brandon Davis before the game, the move, I practice the move Brandon Davis, Mirotic, when I can guard him because I defend him. It's very, very nice. I like it. I like defend.
Thank you very much.
Robert.
Hi, here Roberto is from Planeta Caps, Spain. First for Ochai. Ochai, I didn't see you. How was your first morning to waking up as a Cavalier player for first time?
I mean, waking up this morning as a Cavalier, getting on the plane, getting here, and being welcomed by all those fans, really set in for me. That I am here and that I am in the league and playing for the Cavaliers.
Thank you. And the next one to Khalifa. Khalifa, is possible in Spanish. Khalifa, he venido a salvarte, por fin una pregunta en castellano. ¿Qué tal? Eres el tercer jugador de habla española que llega a los Caps y si contamos los que ya han pasado por la Liga Española, eres ya quizá el cuarto. ¿Cuál es tu referente desde la Liga Española, desde Senegal, donde vienes? ¿Cuál ha sido el jugador que crees más importante que te ha inspirado para llegar a la NBA?
Déjame traducir primero. Dice que viene a salvarte. He coming to save you because he's going to ask a question in Spanish, but he wants to know who is your reference to the NBA, the players coming from Senegal. Who do you watch? ¿A quién viste para tu juego?
In kids, when I started playing basketball, I was watching a lot of videos and Kobe Bryant, this thing, but step by step, I'm playing. I know my job in the court, and I changed this. I changed it. Now I'm watching a lot of big men, big guys. I watching a lot of videos of Bam Adebayor, Joel Embiid, Kim Capella, because he's a big guy. He protect the paint. He run, do the good block, he defends well. I love it. I love it.
I love you too. Thank you.
Hey, JB.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, I asked Kobe this last night and he said, ask JB. So here we are. Do you view Ochai as a 2 or a 3?
I mean, you've seen it. We don't put boxes on guys and putting positional numbers on them. we're going to put him on the floor with a group where he can be successful and it most helps the team. And, you know, it's opportunities for people to earn everything. And that's what we believe in. You know, nothing is handed to our guys. We expect them to go out, compete, and earn it all. And, you know, no matter what your skill set is, it has to be for the greater good of the team. And us figuring out how we put the best 5-man groups on the floor is the only thing that matters to us. So you've seen it. You know, we've played small before. You know, we've played, you know, big. We've played jumbo. Whatever it may be, it doesn't matter to us. We're going to try to put the best 5-man lineups on the floor.
And I know you're generalizing it there, but it's a crowded position, obvious. So how do you parse through all of the different options, and like, what is it that you're looking for specifically throughout training camp, preseason, that's going to allow guys to separate themselves?
Well, I mean, it's going to start in summer league. To be honest with you, you know, we're lucky that we have a lot of film on, you know, the guys that we currently have. But, you know, when we start summer league practices next week, all those things, like, you know, what exactly is it? And it's easy to watch, you know, when a guy's at Kansas or in the Grand Canary playing for their other team, like how they fit there. But you've got to get them in front of you to figure out exactly how he fits here. You know, last September, all of our guys were back in town. You know, our expectation is this September, all of our guys will be back in town. So you'll start to see the relationships, you know, they'll play pickup, you'll start to see the chemistry. So it's going to take some time, but we're going to give everybody a fair opportunity at it. And again, at the end of the day, like what our team does is compete. So you're going to have to earn your opportunities. And that opportunity is going to be what's best for the whole. And then, you know, it's a long season. Everybody gets a chance, no matter what it is, no matter where you think you may start at some point in time, you're going to get a chance. And then it's a matter of what you do with it.
For Khalifa, there's a lot of misinformation about you being related to Sagana Diop. I don't know if you were aware that there was another Diop that played for the Cavs.
No sé si te has dado cuenta que había un jugador de apellido Diop que jugaba para los Cavs. Y hay una información que dice que está relacionado contigo. Eso no es cierto, ¿no?
No, I don't know him. Just I know he's play here. The last name is Diop. Everybody told me, you know him because I know him. No, he's my brother.
And I hear you're one of 11 children. You're the youngest?
Yeah, I'm the younger. Yeah.
Are they all still in Senegal? Where are they?
Yeah, in Senegal. Everybody else in Senegal. Yeah. Thank you.
JB, this is for you. Obviously, you know, you guys took a really big leap last year as a team, a lot of growth. So I'm just curious what the pre-draft process was like, conversation with you and Kobe about like addressing a specific need versus, you know, in previous drafts where it was more kind of a balance between like the talent and fit.
I think, you know, obviously we had a baseline and then it was, how do we improve? And as we were going through the process, you know, and, you know, give the front office and the scouts a ton of credit. Like they spend a ton of time organizing and putting together lists and traveling the world nowadays to find, you know, the right pieces for this team. They've got double duty because they have to watch us play also and understand like where there may be holes or what we need or where certain guys can fit. So a lot of credit has to go to them first and foremost. But, you know, we were trying to find people that could help us. You know, we, again, feel confident in the group that we have, but we need pieces that make those pieces better. And that was kind of what our hunt was. We're trying to find guys that can make those pieces even better.
What were your emotions last night as the draft was happening, like obviously being here and just seeing that how it all played out?
You're anxious. You know, it's like you go into it with a plan and then, you know, somebody in front of you punches you in the face and then you got to do something. But, you know, we were very fortunate that our guy was there, you know, and we were fortunate that when we got to our second round picks, there were the type of people and guys that were there. And that's why you see them sitting with us. We knew, you know, what we needed. We knew what we wanted. And, you know, for us, like we go back to this, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's the truth. The people matter more than anything. You know, I made that statement last year about coming to work and never having one bad day when we stepped in this gym. And that's what we were on the hunt for, or for people who can come here and continue to build and be a part of that. And again, we found those guys.
We'll finish up on Zoom. We'll go Evan, Spencer, and then Paul, you can close us out.
Evan Dammerow, Meta Bulletin. JB, for you, Ochai is clearly like a talented, multifaceted point of attack defender. As a defensive first coach, bringing him in with Isaac, Evan, Jarrett, Lamar, so many others, how exciting is that for you just to tactically plan against your opponents every night?
I think you look at the best defenses in the league now, and you start with Boston and what they were able to do, Miami, what they're able to do, and what they have is a bunch of guys who can keep their man in front of them. They have a bunch of guys who can individually guard the ball, and the more of those guys that you can put on the floor, obviously the better your defense is going to be. When you have the two-way ability that we feel like we have with our guys, that's when you really start to take huge steps and huge leaps. But, again, none of this will happen, if you don't get stops. And, defense can be taught a million different ways, but it's about the guys who decide to buy into that side of the ball. So you get that buy-in and guys who have proven that they're committed to it. Like, now you give yourself a chance to be special.
Ochai, for you, first off, welcome to Cleveland, but have any of your new teammates reached out to you yet? Have you heard from any of the guys currently, just like some of the veterans on the roster?
Not so much the veterans, but I have heard from Darius Garland and Isaac Okoro. So,
Spencer.
This is obviously a team that turned it up on the defensive end last year and created a lot of turnovers. I'm just curious, Ochai, we know what you can do in the open floor. You're athletic, and this goes for JB too. How excited are you for that first throwdown?
I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the first dunk at home and for the fans to go crazy, obviously. So, yeah.
I'm old. We'll just take the 2 points.
All right, JB.
Paul.
Paul again, Go For Radio. My question is for Ochai. Ochai, how much did you watch the Cavs last year, and how familiar are you with some of the talent on this roster?
I wouldn't say I watched a lot of Cavs basketball or NBA basketball in general. I mean, just being college basketball, you're like locked in on that during the season. But I know they had a great season. I know all the young pieces. I know they have, obviously Kevin Love here, and I'm just, like I said, like I keep saying, I'm just excited to get here and beat everybody and be a part of this team.
Thank you.
Last one down front, Chris.
I thought I was gonna get out of here.
Hey, Kobe. With Ochai being viewed in some cases as a 2, how does that change, if any way, your stated desire to bring Colin back?
So Colin is obviously super important, like we've always talked about, big part of our culture, and can't talk too much about that right now as he's a restricted free agent, but you know how we feel about him. In terms of Ochai, like his skill set is completely different from what we have. And when you hear Coach talk about him as a weapon, how we can strategically use him across the floor, how he fits with our guard play. People also forget that Evan Mobley is an incredible passer, and we're going to use him a lot more out of different hubs from the floor. Not speaking for Coach, but that's going to happen naturally. And just having off the ball movement is going to be just different. And so, it's definitely not a duplicate. He has a unique skill set, wonderful character, comes from an incredible basketball program, and a head coach that we have a ton of respect for in Bill Self, and we know how hard he works. And so he fits that, but he's unique and he's different. And so I can't say it's a duplicate at all.